This is he knows everything. When you do that heat far, we keeping the foot on the whoop. The Knicks. We keeping the foot on the whoop. The Knicks. And like the Tibetan marriage sheriff that I am, I'm applying whoop on immediate pressure. Because pressure does what? Heat versus pipes. Let's talk about it, man. I want NBA fans to really start putting in an indictment on LeBron James. This right here, this first round. See, I'm not going to let off of LeBron James. Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? Heat versus pipes. Let me say it again. Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? Heat versus pipes. You guys thought I was going to let up on LeBron? No. Stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense. Go sit down somewhere and what? Higgity fucking hush with that nonsense. We're not letting off of LeBron James here. LeBron James is not the player that you guys thought that he was. He knows everything. Talked about this so many months ago. He's the biggest lie they've ever told you. This guy got first rounded. And what you're seeing is LBJ Riders Media, LBJ Brigade, LBJ Apologists, and LBJ Stans are doing what they always do. This is what Love Participation Award era is all about. Oh, next year. Oh, next year. Yeah, we're going to wait till next year. We're going to wait till next year. LeBron is going to show up next year. LeBron is going to dominate next year. LeBron is going to really showcase what he's all about next year. The fuck is that, man? What the fuck is that? So LeBron could keep losing. Let me tell you how bad of a generation that we're in. How bad of prisoners of the moment generation that we're in. How bad of Love Participation Award era generation that we're in. LeBron James could keep losing. And it's as if nothing happened. It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, This is not just an indictment on LeBron James. It's an indictment on NBA fans all together. This guy got first rounded. This is a guy that you said was the greatest of all time. Does that sound like greatest of all time material? Does that sound like a GOAT? He's a GOAT, all right. Greatest of all trolls. Let me say it again. Greatest of all trolls. Because a real NBA GOAT doesn't get first rounded, especially by no damn Devin Booker. And I'm not basically disrespecting Devin Booker. I'm not taking nothing away from him because he channeled Kobe Bryant the whole damn series. But what I'm saying is, if you are that player that's supposedly a GOAT level, like let's say for instance, Kobe Bryant himself was the one, and God rest his soul, man, I miss that brother. Kobe Bryant himself was the one that was playing against Devin Booker. You think Devin Booker would have been able to? I don't care if Devin Booker channeled Kobe. You can't beat the guy you channeling because you channeling him. How can you beat the authenticity of the guy that you're channeling? How can you beat the consistency of the guy that you're channeling? How can you beat that guy? That guy. Remember that guy I told you guys about? That guy? Kobe Bryant is that guy. Plug out LeBron and plug Kobe Bryant in there. Plug out LeBron and plug Michael Jordan in there. Plug out LeBron and plug Kevin Durant in there. It would have been a different story. A whole different dichotomy. A whole different situation. A whole different aspect on how things would have gone. It wouldn't have been this bullshit and fuck shit of an exposure or a exposure. LeBron James got first rounded. All of this aura of he was 14-0, now he's 14-1. And he has to live off of the strength that the one was by the hand of Devin Booker. He knows everything, is thoroughly impressed with Devin Booker. This is what basketball standards looks like. This is why he knows everything is the final authority on basketball. This is why motherfuckers had to tuck ass. If you notice, everybody in the basketball realm had to start speaking the language that he knows everything is speaking. Let me say it again. Everybody in the basketball realm had to start speaking the language that he knows everything was speaking. Because if they didn't, they would be looked at as the inferior basketball knowledge folks that they are. I mean, they've already revealed themselves as such. But he knows everything's basketball standards are too high. Or maybe y'all motherfuckers can't keep up. Maybe my basketball standards are too high. Or maybe y'all motherfuckers can't keep up. We have to have standards over here, man. This is why the he knows everything Moses standard paradising is important. And it's dare to ingratiate standards. Devin Booker has graduated himself to a top 5 player because he dismantled a top 5 player. This is how you get the top 5 billing. You don't just hand it to Damian Lillard, who got done the fuck up, by the way, by who? The Denver fucking Nuggets, first fucking rounded. You don't hand that to Luka Doncic, who got done the fuck up 2-0, no fucking excuses, man. Up 2-3, up 3-2, no fucking excuses, and got first rounded again. You don't hand it to people like this. These are what we call pure beta supremes. He knows everything. Told you guys. Guys that play on one side of the ball, they will never be fortunate. Steve Nash was in this modern generation was one of the highest level one side of the ball out type of players, man. Let me say it again. Steve Nash was one of the highest levels of one side of the ball out type of players, and I saw how he failed erroneously over and over and over again, and emphatically. You know why? Because he didn't have no defense. He was a pedestrian on the defensive end. Stephen Curry was fortunate by the circumstances that was around him. Having the players that he had with him in the Golden State Warriors, that helped him. That offset his ass. But he's over fucking rated too, man. Guys that play on one side of the ball are pure beta supremes and high octane betas, aka alpha wannabes on the basketball court. But this ain't about them. This is more about giving Devin Booker his credit for his top 5 status that he fucking deserves, and about castrating Lefraud James. I'm not letting you LeBron tars off of the damn hook. Y'all sat here and ran y'all rabbit ass mouths and say the flippers are going to get exposed. LeBron is going to win another ring. LeBron is going to activate. He's going to go in activation mode. Well, the great mentor Eric Thomas said, you ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. Let me say it again. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. At this level, we ain't practicing no more. You either got it or you don't. So you don't activate greatness, dog. Greatness is already engineered in the fiber of your DNA. What I said was so deep and profound. Let me let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. So hear me fucking well. You don't manufacture greatness, dog. Greatness is engineered in the fiber of your fucking DNA. That means it has to be in you. You don't manufacture clutchness, dog. There's a gene for that. You either got it or you don't. LeBron James never had this. And y'all Rudy Poo and Plum Plum brains, classic doting troglodytes, ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric thought that he did. But in his most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat true teller fashion, he got exposed. No, let's contextualize it. He got exposed. And did you guys hold him accountable for it? The truth of the fact of the matter is you didn't. You know why? Because the 27th law of power, neurolinguistic programming, which is therefore and thereby turn you guys into brain full of mush and brainwashed dodo heads. You're so much dodo heads that you don't even understand what basketball standards are about. What LeBron James revealed to you is, do not ever in your life compare him to Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Do not ever in your life compare him to Kobe Bean Bryant. Do not ever in your life compare him to Kevin Wayne Durant. That's the cold-hearted. That's the underdog. Go ahead. That's the cutthroat true teller fashion. When it's all said and done, Lefraud James, LeBron Ramon James got exposed. He got exposed. Because when it was time for him to deliver LeBron time, what happened? He got frozen. He choked. He showed you what he always shows you in the defining moments. That he does not deliver. That he's fraudulent. That he's a fraud. And when it's all said and done, he's not the player that you guys thought that he was. Bottom line is this. The greatest lie they've ever told you is that LeBron James is the player that you think he is. When in actuality, LeBron James is not the player that you think. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat teller fashion. I keeps the foot on. Woo! Geeks. This is He Knows Everything.